Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Danny AFC TV. Let's get the phone on silent. Welcome back to Danny AFC TV. What is good in the hood, my people? Like the name of the title tonight, this one's pretty basic. This is pretty simple. Whether it takes 10 minutes or 10 hours, yeah, we're going to rate Arteta's signings because I think he gets away with a lot at this club. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to turn the phone on silent. All right, let's get the likes on the video and let's turn it on silent. Right, guys, what is good in the hood? Who is with me? Shouts out to John RB. If you see the artwork on the video earlier, guys, it's exceptional. The guy is a genius. So shouts out to John RB. You're a gentleman, a scholar, a genius. So thank you so much, my bro. I proper owe you, man, as soon as you're in the area, man. And hopefully that will be sooner rather than later. Right, where are we in the comments? Is anyone with me? Guys, do be liking the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I do need to roll a quick cigarette as I'm always late into the building, but never mind. It will give people, hopefully, a few minutes to jump in, to get their likes on the video, to be subscribing if they're new, etc. But, guys, yes, we are going to look at, basically, in a nutshell, from top to bottom. It's in no particular order. It actually could be. I don't know. But, yeah. It's definitely not in order, but yeah, all of Arteta's signings, I've got the prices that he paid. He has made, if I've got all of the players down, I've got this right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So it's 22 players, guys. 22. That's 2 squads. So he has signed in his time at Arsenal 22 players. Interesting. We will ask a few questions. Are they all his signings? Number one, does Edu, the board, or anyone else at the club have much of an input, say, etc.? The reason why I asked that, because especially after finishing second last season, I actually was seeing where Arteta's Arsenal, the direction they were trying to go, the football they were trying to play. And I thought if we had a bit to this, do you know what I mean? A Declan Rice, Timber would have been nice if he wasn't injured, obviously. It's happy days. I was hoping Balogun come back to play a piece of football because we only had 2 strikers last year. With the added number of games now, 6 in the Champions League group themselves, obviously, if presuming we were to qualify from the groups, I think we could be waiting a shorter numbers. Like, he never brought in a striker. I think it's because we didn't have a striker is why we didn't win the league last season. Right, guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Let's try and get the video out there real quick. Now, oh, what have I done to myself? Oh, God. I actually don't think I sent that, did I? Let's start that whole process again. Wow, I'm good in it. Let me just quickly get the video out there, guys. Let's see if we can get a few people in. Who are you? No, let's just get back to the top of my lovely list. Let's try and get a few of these real ones in. Guys, what is your thoughts as well? International break. Hence why I didn't stream last night. A little bit boring international break, man. I have got absolutely no time for it. Not very patriotic, so what can you say? Do you know what I mean? I don't wish England bad luck, but I couldn't care less if they win, lose, or draw. Do you want to have me on for about 15, 20 minutes chat? I don't understand. Not today, Luco, to be honest with you. What has he sent me? I don't know what he sent me. Who's with me, people? Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you is new. Why is my message not going through to people? Is my network fucking me? We've got a comment. Who is first in the building? You here, friend of mine. He is a pum-pum, bruvs. Like, when I read out this list to you, see, I'm going to drop the phone now. Bruvs, the guys just asked me, could he come in 10, 15 minutes? Probably best just to ignore. But RB, when you look at the money here that we have spent, do you know what I mean? In the time he has been here, he could have outspent Arsene Wenger. I wish I'd have checked a few more stats carefully. I'm going to quickly Google it. Hold on. Let me quickly Google that. That's interesting. What's all disease about, bruvs? What's all disease about? Do we get the likes on the video, people? Let me just quickly get this out there. Let me get it on WhatsApp, bruvs. People respond more to me on WhatsApp. I do believe. Right. Bang, bang. You talk to me. What are you thinking? Let's finish off the window, bruvs. The window was Havertz. If he plays centre mid, it's mid is gonna be a shocker. But bruvs, we see that from pre-season. We see that from the way he wanted to get rid of Partey. Jorginho was obviously told he had to stay for the last season. Elneny was some sort of, he's just that backup guy if all goes wrong. But the central midfield this season, bruvs, honestly, is Havertz and Rice alongside each other with Odegaard just ahead of them. Do you know what I mean? It's exactly what the club are trying to do. I've just said to this motherfucker, I'm live on YouTube. Yo, I need to call you back, I'm on YouTube. Sorry, I need to call you back. I'm sorry, yeah? I'm going to call you back. I've already just said this. People are crazy. All right, bros, no problem. Say no more. Well, bros, but this is the plan. Eric Ten Hag, again, bro, seriously, I make sense when I talk about football. Look what he done. He's made the same mistake. He brought in Mount. The get out of jail free card that he got, though, is Mount got injured and he's brought in Amrabat. Mount won't find his way back into the team. And if it does, it won't be replacing Bruno Fernandes as a 10. He'll find his way on the wing. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not worried about Man United, bros. I'm worried about Arsenal because when this guy makes a mistake, any kind of mistake, he's a very stubborn manager. He doesn't like looking wrong or looking like an idiot. Or maybe it's because he has to answer to people like Edu the Kronkers. Do you know what I mean? Lucky Arsenal, Man U, and Chelsea even more shy. Again, bros, Chelsea's mistake for me, yeah, because I've obviously got an answer for everything. Mate, you can't have two defensive midfielders that are both class, even though Caicedo hasn't started great, but it's new surroundings, and Chelsea do ruin people, and they ruin a lot of good people. When you have two defensive midfielders that don't offer you a lot, like I've always said about Declan Rice, yeah, like Caicedo and Enzo, that means you're closing the doors. So you're not going to concede a lot of goals already this season. We know you need a goalkeeper in defence. Let me finish. But when you're playing with three centre-backs, yeah, three centre-backs, and then two wing-backs and two defensive midfielders and a goalkeeper, for me, that is an 8-0-3 formation. There's no midfielders because Caicedo and Enzo are very defensive-minded or defence-minded before attack. So for me, that's Chelsea's biggest problem. Like if they had a massive goal scorer, do you know what I mean? Or any kind of goal scorer, who knows? It could be Christopher and Nkunku. Maybe Jackson will come good. But they've both destroying the club, so you can't really get on their backs. Do you know what I mean? But I think Chelsea done a lot of good things. Do you know what I mean? They got 65 million for Havertz, 55 million for Mount. Do you know what I mean? Good money. And a lot of the other bastards they got rid of as well. Do you know what I mean? They got their Pulisic is gone, their Loftus-Cheeks is gone. So give Pochettino to probably a minute to bed that in. But where Arteta makes a mistake, so let me get back to my other point on signing Havertz and wanting him as a central midfielder. It's going to take a lot for him, UE, to basically not play him. Because I don't think he would admit he's wrong and then play him somewhere else. He won't drop Odegaard, for instance, and play him as a 10. You can't drop Martinelli or Saka and play Havertz because, you know what I mean? Surely even the super fans would think that was weird. So, yeah, bros. He had an idea. He had an epiphany. He had a thought. And he went with it. His first signing. Like marquee signing. £65 million. You know what I mean? And he won't admit that he's wrong, bro. So the problem is, this could be the situation for a long time. Bros, 5 out of 10. And I think he's lucky to even get that. Do you know what I mean? He's not particularly good at right back or centre back. Again, I don't agree with all Gareth Southgate's decisions. Do you know what I mean? But again, he must have people to answer to. You know what I mean? He works for the fucking FA. I told you at the World Cup, Ben White will never play for England again. He hasn't got the attitude. He hasn't got the application. So I wonder why his attitude Arteta loves, but he persecutes other people. Guendouzi, Saliba, Balogun for having bad attitudes. Probably now Thomas Partey, Gabriel Magalhaes, bad attitudes. I don't get it. Oh, good. That's what I'm saying, bros. Come on. I know England have got a lot of right backs, but then you could put him into the centre back thing. They've got guys from Palace, Dunk from Brighton, with all respect, Maguire, who's a donkey. If he was that good, bros, he'd be making the England team. If he was that good, bros, you'd have Man City trying to sign him. You'd have Liverpool trying to sign him. You'd have Bayern Munich trying to sign him. Bro, do you remember back in the days when Arsene Wenger was manager? He used to kill me every season. Henry would be linked with a move away. Vieira would be linked with a move away. Overmars would be linked with a move away. Fabregas would be linked with a move away. But the more disturbing bit is, bros, this guy, we're going to go into how much money the bastard spent, yeah? This guy has spent all of this money. How many, like World Cup, how many stars have we got? Like if Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG come calling, who would they actually want at their club? We all know Saka, well done. Will he come from the academy? That's fuck all to do with Arteta. Who else? Thomas Partey, perhaps if he was younger, but he's been actively trying to sell him all summer. Do you know what I mean? Not bad. Depends what you say is indecent. You know what I mean? How many has he got this season? He got 10 last year, yeah? So what's he got for Arsenal? 11 goals? 11 goals. I give Haaland 2 to 3 games. He will have more than 11 goals this season. Do you know what I mean? What Haaland scores in the first 5 to 10 league games this season, guys, Jesus doesn't get in a whole season. He's all right. He's all right. But again, was he brought in because of Arteta's ideas, the party at right back? Come on, that's almost like a Zinchenko. Because they both can go inverted. They both like going into the centre of midfield. Bro, it's all good, but you need 2 strong central midfielders like Chelsea have. Enzo and Caicedo. We've got just one. You can't do that kind of football with just Rice there. T-Man, Wagwan, what's good, my people? Lokonga, he got rid of Guendouzi for like 5 million to Marseille. Super fans, we will tell you we got another 4 million in add-ons from Guendouzi, 9 million. It still doesn't calculate the 17.5 that he fucking wasted on Lokonga, and no cunt in world football will sign him now. Do you know what I mean? If Sancho would love said that to Alex Ferguson, oh boy, something is seriously messed up at Man U. Club is rather top to bottom. Do you know what it is, Bobs? It is a little bit as well the modern day footballer. Let's be real. They're a bit braver these days, do you know what I mean? Remember, even Roy Keane had to toe the line, you know what I mean? Until he was eventually kicked out of the club. He almost got kicked out of Man United once or twice for things that he done. But again, bro, if you have 11 Pussios in your team or 11 Fabio Vieiras, who backs you up in the war, if you know what I mean? Very average. You got to take his age into it, bros. Do you know what I mean? £28 million. He'll be 30, 31 by the time at our nearest opportunity if we decided to sell him. Who wants a 31-year-old unless your name is Mohamed Salah? Pathetic signing. Pathetic. That was the first stages of I actually don't like Xhaka and Thomas Partey no more. That was the first stages, guys, of I don't like Thomas Partey. You know what I mean? And Xhaka. Bro, again, you want to play a centre-back at left-back. Again, I don't want to pick up my own chest on my head, but you know I will, Yui. If I've never heard of a footballer and we're signing him for over £20 million, we're in fucking trouble. Vieira still has time. Do you know what I mean? Remember, the one thing I'll say for Vieira is even Saka, Martinelli, even Harry Kane, even Haaland. You need a run of games, guys. It does for it gets you get to know your teammates, their little ways they pass, their little moves, their runs that they look for. Do you know what I mean? A bit of stability. So even though it'd be a massive risk, the sooner he could get some minutes under his belt, and I'm not talking a League Cup game here and an FA Cup game there. No way. Do you know what I mean? But guys, forget people coming into the stream. I want to start this wonderful. I want to go. Hold on. I want to Google one thing. How much money did Wenger spend at Arsenal? $687 mil. Wenger, 687 mil. All right. So sorry, people. Arsenal spent £200 million more than Man United. So sorry, people. They've spent the same. Would you believe it? What Arsene Wenger spent, guys, in 20 fucking years, this prick has done in like 3 years. That's quite incredible, isn't it? Wow. I'm just checking a couple of different links. I don't want nothing inconclusive out here, guys. Alright, that link's full of shit. So sorry, people. Fuck the Daily Express. Alright, here we go. So sorry, people. I wish I'd checked this earlier. So sorry. But my feeling is they've spent about the same. It says Arsenal spent 400 and something million. What is that in? How inconclusive is that? I'm going to check one more, people, and I'm out. Okie dokie. Alright, 300 million worth of investments. Just can someone spit to the fucking numbers? Anyone got a number for me, guys? Arsenal. Arteta. So that says 400 mil. Guys, I need help on this one. Fuck me. I think he spent around the same as Arsene Wenger, guys. Right, Gunners. 700 million, 600 million. This has got to be looked at more. And it gave me the whole list. I'm going to leave that on my phone. Right, guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. It is a little bit inconclusive, but it looks like... Hold on, John Harvey put it in the group as well. Where is the group? So sorry, my people. Let me see if John Arby's figure is something like what it says on my quick little Google search there. Where the fuck is John Arby's message? Right. John Arby says basically 600 million. So basically the guy spent 600 million since he's got to the club in a few years. Wenger, we know fees might have been a bit different, especially when he first got to the club over 25 years ago, but spent 687 million. Again, with that, guys, you have to look at every top four 20 years in a row he got. You have to take into account FA Cups, the league titles he won. Wow. Do you know what I mean? And it'll be interesting to look at Wenger. Remember, Arteta has literally took that much back because he can't sell the players he signed, the Lokongas. Do you know what I mean? He has to loan them. The Tavares is. Do you know what I mean? Loans. Arsene Wenger used to, you know what I mean? You'd buy an Elka for 500,000, 23 mil back, you know what I mean? All right, towards the end, we know exactly we didn't get our money back. People at Mustafi, blah, blah, blah. But come on, man. That is a big fucking mind blower straight away. Wenger and Arteta, considering what Arteta's won, one FA Cup. Do you know what I mean? And he was lucky to do that. Let's see if he wins anything else in the next 3, 4, 5, 10 years. Anyway, guys, Trusty, 1.5 million. Renarson, the goalkeeper, 1.5 mil. Raya, 3 million loan fee. Marquinhos, 3 million. Matt Turner, 8 million. Pablo Mari, 8 million. One thing annoying about Odegaard is, which I just learned when I checked all the stats, we spent 35 million on Odegaard, yeah? Bargain, yeah? But when we got him on loan, we spent quite a big loan fee as well, 10 million. Mate, get the fuck out of the stream. Let me just get this comment out of here. Do you know what, mate? Do you know what, mate? Get out of here for a second. Right. Shit, now I've just banned her. I didn't mean to ban her. See what I mean? You want to say shit stupid on my channel? You know what I mean? Look at what's happened now. I've banned you, mate. Dickhead. Where was we? Yeah, Odegaard. Ceballos as well, 15 million. I should have added that in. Loan fee. But anyway, Mari, 8 million. Jorginho, 12 million. Lokonga, 17.5 mil. Tomiyasu, 20 mil. Trossard, 28 mil. Jacob, 22 million. Gabriel Magalouche, 27 million. Ramsdale, 28. Zinchenko, 35 mil. Vieira, 35 mil. Odegaard, 35 mil. Timber, 40 million. Thomas Partey, 45. Jesus, 45. Ben White, 50. Havertz, 65. Top earner at the club. And Declan Rice, 105 million pounds. First of all, guys, so yeah, that's 22 players. That's 2 squads he has signed in his 3.5 or whatever years at the club. You know what I mean? What I'd like to do is see if we can get a few more people here. Guys, get the comments with me, please. Like, I'd like to, it'd be hard, but if I put a line through here, through the middle, with the guys on the stream and myself, like hit and miss. Rice, I'd already give him a hit. Havertz, I'd already give him a miss. Ben White, that's a miss for me, for example. But guys, I'm going to do that one more time. Count the monies here, mate. Trusty, 1.5. Forget it. Let's not do that. I want to ask it in a different way. Which players at the top of your head, and I'll read the list. Daniel Heath for you. Out of this list of players, there's 22 of them. Who is value for money? Trusty, 1.5. Renarson, 1.5. Raya, 3 mil. Marquinhos, 3 mil. Turner, 8 mil. Mari, 8 mil. Mari was another one, loan fee. Liked him so much, we kept him. Jorginho, 12 mil. Lokonga, 17.5. Tommy, 20 mil. Trossard, 28. Jacob, 22. Gabriel Magalouche, 27. Ramsdale, 28. Zinchenko, 35. Vieira, 35. Odegaard, 35. Timber, 40. Partey and Jesus, both 45. Ben White, 50. Havertz, 65. And Rice, 105 million. Wow. There's a couple of ways you can look at this list. How many of these players will we get our money back on? For example, will we get our 50 mil back for Ben White? At 30 years old, are we going to get 28 mil for Trossard if we went to sell him? We're never going to get the 7.5 back for hold on, I was just looking. There's a player I've left off this list. I haven't got Tavares here. Have I missed anyone on this list, guys? Tavares, I know, was 7 mil. Have I missed anyone? That's Cedric. I ain't put the free transfers down. The Cedric Suarez's, the Willians, you know what I mean? Exactly, bro. Like Declan Rice, you know what I mean? He's got a resale value. Might struggle to get 105 million for him, though, mate. Havertz, you're not getting 65. Ben White, you're not getting 50. Jesus, you might get your 45. Thomas Partey, unless it's Saudi, you're not getting your 45. Timber seems like a safe investment. Odegaard will get our 35. At this moment, I don't think we'll get anything near our 35 for Vieira. Zinchenko, maybe. Ramsdale, 28 mil. I have to be honest, I'm very unsure. Jacob, 22 mil on everything I've seen. No. Trossard, 28 mil, considering his age as well. Tomiyasu, 20 mil. Not sure. Lokonga, 17.5 mil. We'll never get that back. Jorginho will leave it on a free, let alone get anything back. 12 million. Mari, we didn't get our 8 million back. Turner, 8 mil. Marquinhos, 3 mil. Raya, 3 mil. Renarlison, 1.5. Trusty, 1.5. Tavares, 7 million pounds. Like even the young ones, Tavares, 7 mil. He couldn't get fuck all back from him. Trusty, he spent 1.5 mil for. We got 2.5 from Sheffield United, I do believe. Turner, he spent 8. He got 7 back. Not bad. And that's about all of the players that he sold. He hasn't sold any of his players. But yeah, that's pretty depressing just to look at it already, guys. Seriously, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Who is with me, guys? Why has it gone so quiet? Where's the boys from the group? Because I actually want to get into this. Seriously. This sort of shit ain't good enough, guys. Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Daniel Heat. Who is the best signing he's made? This sort of shit ain't good enough, guys. Please. Who is the best signing Arteta has made at this football club? Because I'm struggling to think. I'm hearing some mad noises in the block as well. As you do. Who's with me, people? Who is with me? Let's try and get a couple of people in. Shouts out to all the real ones. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Where's John Arby? Where's all the regulars? Gabriel and Rice. Oh, yeah, 2 definite good signings. What I'm saying is even down with Gabriel, yeah, because he's actively tried to sell him this summer, yeah. Real Madrid allegedly made a bid, but we were hoping for some money from Saudi. Unless it was Saudi or someone really wanted that, I'm convinced we'll get our 27 mil back. Do you know what I mean? But from what I heard was Real Madrid offered 35. It isn't significant. It wasn't significant. I'm just saying basically, who could we sell for 100 million? Well, no one else wanted to pay 100 million to West Ham for, right? So I don't think many. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, Saka. But Saka's nothing to do with him. You know what I mean? He just would hamper a guy like Saka. Fuck up his career. Thankfully, he's so good, the boy. You know what I mean? He just knows what to do. But anyway, guys, please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. It's a quiet one today. What a shame. Because, yeah, as I said, seriously, I had 100 things to go in to make some of the believers that still love Arteta, that still believe in him, the believers. I want to show them, guys. You know what I mean? Seriously. Gabriel and Rice, I do agree with you. Like Jesus with a year left on his contract, he scored 10 goals for the club. I don't want to say that that's a great signing. We might get our money back. Grivo, we've just done the list, but basically you're not done. From everyone Arteta signed, who's been good value for money? This list is shocking. There's not many players on this list, if any at all, that we'll get our money back for. Seriously. Gabriel, maybe. But there's not many players that we could get even our money back. And for me, this is a really bad sign, guys. It's actually very worrying. Like, the guy can literally do what he likes at the club, and he's got nothing or no one to answer to. It's shocking. It's out of order. And it just sort of shows the lack of anyone that gives a fuck at the club. Kroenke's obviously there to make a pound note. Do you know what I mean? We'll spend if they have to, etc. But, yeah, honestly, shocking. Absolutely shocking. Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Gabriel and Rice. Yo, boss, what are you saying? It's sad that Havertz is already considered a flop at Arsenal. Bro, a guy like Havertz that's had 3 dodgy seasons at Chelsea, yeah? He has to hit the ground running. Been listening for a minute, but trying to get info on the phone. Thank you so much. I was trying to find out who actually spent more, Wenger or Arteta. I think Wenger in his 22 years, bruvs, spent a little bit more. It looks like Arteta has spent about £600 million, and Wenger spent, if this figure was right, £680 million. So £80 million spent more by Wenger in 22 years. Now, again, you could say 22 years ago, do you know what I mean? Players weren't that expensive, but I don't know, I'm sure you would have got the Zidanes or the not Rubicon. It was Figo and players like that. I guarantee you guys, you know what I mean? There's always been big signings. Buffon was over 20 years ago, 32 million for a fucking goalkeeper. All right. Guys, get your words and wisdom in. Nice and important. What's this here? Debate. Oh, piss off. A Crystal Palace fan wants a fucking debate. That's weird. Someone left a comment to me, and it's all gone. And I'm getting a lot of weird shit happening as well, as in terms of, but I'll go into that another time. Right, guys, please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. What's the word on blog, guys? It's all fucking depressing if you ask me. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter which signings you start with. I'm going to go through the list. Tavares, 7 million. Maybe Daniel Levy could get 7 million for him, but we can't get our money back. He's gone on loan. Nottingham Forest spent whatever millions in the last 48 to 72 hours of the transfer market. They literally signed 10, 11 players. All for cash. All for cash. Because they had just sold Brennan Johnson for 50 mil to Tottenham. Why is there no cash for Arsenal? Why would there be no cash for Arsenal, guys? Absolutely disgusting. Do you know what I mean? And this list here, like, I don't know which way to look at it. Positively, badly. Because, yeah. Oh, mate, go away. Yeah, seriously. Tavares, 7 mil. Well, we haven't got the 7 mil back so far, so I don't believe we will. Trusty, 1.5 mil. I think we got 2.5 mil, so he's 1 million up there. Well done. Renarson, 1.5 mil. There you go. He's 1.5 mil back down. Arteta and Emre. Emre would have more success. Just watch. A lot of managers would, bro. Desegri. Imagine Desegri. Do you know what I mean? Raya, 3 million. Marquinhos, 3 million. Matt Turner, 8 million. Pablo Mari, 8 million. Why did he get Mari? Because he knew him from Man City. So many of these players he knew from Man City. Do you know what I mean? Even down to Jorginho, Man City wanted him. But anyway, where was we? Jorginho, 12 mil. Hold on, let me do this list differently. So sorry. Tavares, 7 mil. Will we get that money back? I doubt it. Trusty, 1.5 mil. We basically got our money back. Renarson, 1.5 mil. Nothing. Raya, 3 mil. Bitch. Could turn into a permanent. We can't really say. Turner, 8 mil. We got 7 back. Not bad. Mari, 8 mil. We got 4.9 back or whatever. Jorginho will leave on a free next season. We spent 12 million on him. Lokonga, we spent £17.5 million. Burnley wouldn't even give us over £10 million for him. He went on loan to Luton. Says it all. Tomiyasu, 20 mil. Nothing against him. I don't think we'll get that money back. Trossard, 28 mil. We won't get that money back. Jacob, 22 mil. We're not getting that back. Gabriel, 27 million. Ding. He could possibly get that money back. So I'm going to put a tick next to him. Who else did I say he'll probably get his money back on? No one. Ramsdale, 28 mil. He might get it back if he drops him this season and makes Raya number 1. Would he get his 28 mil back? That's a 50-50. Zinchenko, 35 mil. Don't think he'll get that back. Vieira, 35 mil. I don't think he's going to get that 35 mil back. Erdegaard, 35. Yes, we'll put a tick next to him. If he sold him tomorrow, he can get that money back. Timber, 40 mil. After 20 minutes and getting injured, it's hard to say. Partey 45. Well, we've been actively trying to sell him all season, so obviously we can't. And we were actively trying to sell Gabriel, hence why he didn't play until after the window closed. So yeah, word on road is we got a bit of a between 30 and 35 mil for Gabriel from Real Madrid. Thomas Partey, as I've just said, don't think we'll get that 45 back. He'll be 31 come the next window to sell. Jesus 45 mil. We might get that back, so I'm going to put a tick next to him. Ben White, 50 mil, no way. Havertz, 65 mil, no way. And Declan Rice, 105 mil. Well, again, if you sell him when he's 30, you're not getting 105 mil. And again, the Liverpools, the Man U's, the Man Cities, even though they did make a bid, none of them were prepared to pay 100 million for Declan Rice. I'm very, very, very surprised Chelsea didn't go for him. And then ended up paying 10 million more for Caicedo. Do you know what I mean? I swear I just heard someone try my front door. I should go check that. It must be buzzing, son. I must be buzzing, son. Right, guys, do be getting the likes on the video, please. Do be subscribing if you're new. Odegaard is obviously a player. Yeah, we'll get our money back. We know that. But who else? Mate, out of 22 signings and 600 million spent, to say you can get your money back for Odegaard, who else? Like, this is quite embarrassing. Like, seriously, we've got to start a campaign. The guy has got to be sacked. Like, literally, he's got to be sacked. Because, look at this. Do you know what I mean? With all respect to Declan Rice, we ain't going to get the 105 mil back from him, you know what I mean? It puts it into perspective when you see what Jude Bellingham is doing at Real Madrid and his success. He's carrying Real Madrid. They look better already than last season on the back of just Jude Bellingham. Well, he cost 85 mil up front. And over like, what, 25, 30 mil most in add-ons. And he probably has to win a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? Champions League, Spanish title, etc. That 85 mil, mate, seriously. I'm sure Borussia Dortmund would have commanded and demanded that 85 was done in one lump sum. And maybe that's why the Liverpools and whatever the Arsenals stood back from it. But Liverpool did spend 60 on Szoboszlai. They bid 105 and had the bid accepted for Caicedo. So why couldn't they go for Bellingham? That there would confuse me. So even though I'm really annoyed with Arteta, the Edus at Arsenal and the way things are, Liverpool done the same thing. Wanted Bellingham. They've got themselves Szoboszlai, which is a brilliant signing. He's 3 times the player that Keir Havertz is at £5 million cheaper. You know what I mean? But again, what disturbs me of this club is Arteta has no one to answer to. It ain't like he'll get sacked. And him and Eddie will have a job for fucking life. I wish, mate. If Arteta will not deliver this season, it's time to go. Bye-bye. Bubs, he's had many bad seasons at Arsenal. You know what I mean? No, mate, I don't know. Like, look at Emre's first season at Arsenal. 5th. Bar a collapse at the end. And obviously beaten in a fucking Europa League final. Well, this guy can't get to Europa League final. I honestly fear Champions League. You know what I mean? Like, surely we've got to get out of this group. You know what I mean? God gave us a blessing with the fucking group. You know what I mean? PSV, Lens, and who? Seville. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, my brother? What, he can get all his money back on them players? Are you mad? Again, bro, we've been trying to sell Thomas Partey all summer. Do you know what I mean? Hence the right back bit. Drop in Thomas Partey for Havertz. If Thomas Partey wasn't injured right now, he'd still be at right back, or worse still, just be on the bench watching Havertz fucking up the central midfield. Ramsdale, bros? I don't know. Who pays 28 million for a goalkeeper? And if you're an elite club, do you know what I mean? You'll do what Chelsea tried. Kepa, 60, 70 mil. Liverpool, Allinson, etc. I don't know. I don't think there's no English club like a Man U, Man City, a Tottenham, a Liverpool. I don't think there's no one in England that'll take Ramsdale. And I don't know who's going to give us that money abroad. I'll agree with you if you like. Gabriel, yes. Jacob, how would we get our money back, bros? No, bro. Listen to the players. I've got a 25-man list. I got 23. I got 23, but I'm not including signings. Offendum Jean Arby, how are you doing, bros? Such a, I mean, bad when it's a quiet stream like this, and that was a brilliant idea of yours. But Arby, let me just bring you up to speed. Wenger spent in 22 years at this club, league titles, FA Cups, 20 years in a row in the Champions League. He spent £687 million, yeah? I'm sure he probably took that all back with everyone he sold. He made profits on literally every player. Henry, 10 million. He got 10 years service out of him. Our record goal scorer. Sold him for 16.5. Vieira we bought for 3.5 mil. We sold for 16.7 to Juventus. Do you know what I mean? Petit joined in a double deal with Giles Bramondi. It was a combined total of £5 million. Thank you so much, Buzz. I don't think it's going to be different. I've got everyone. I've got 23. The only difference is it's going to add loan people. Willian, Danny Ceballos, champs like that. Do you know what I mean? So, guys, who agrees with me first of all? There's many ways of looking at this. Wenger spent £687 million, won numerous trophies over 22 seasons. This guy, in his time at Arsenal, has spent £600 million. But again, like Wenger could buy Vieira, get 10 years service, and get like 10 times more than he paid. He could buy a top scorer, Henry, our record scorer, for 10.5 mil, and still sell him at a profit when he's 30, 31. But let's not get into the Wenger and blah, blah, blah bits. What I'm saying is, I don't know why Arsenal fans have got a fascination with him. He hasn't got his 7 million back for Tavares. Do you know what I mean? How about his Jorginho? We're not going to get 12 million back for him. Lukonga, 70.5. No one will give us money for him. It's ridiculous. Guys, let's get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we're new. On the players Arteta signed, we won't get our money back on any one of them. Gabriel Magalhaes, we will, bro. Jesus, possibly. But then again, I don't think there's many elite teams that will buy Jesus at 45, 50 million pounds and give us a profit. You know what I mean? Not when he scores 10 goals a season. Very quiet stream. Just been reading the comments. Must be international break. Could always do part 2. Continue tomorrow. Definitely, mate. Hi, I met you in the shop the other day. Ah, how you doing? How you doing, brother? Today, brother, we're looking at Arteta's signings. Bro, would you believe in 22 quite successful years under Wenger, numerous trophies, 20 years of Champions League football, 20 years in a row. Remember, Arteta's only got there one time. 20 years in a row, Champions League football. Wenger spent 687 million, bruvs. Arteta has spent 600 million. Just over 80 million less than Wenger. And Wenger could get profits on every single one of his players. Brother, please get a like on the video and do be subscribing. And one time, bro, you have to come on the channel. We'll talk Arsenal. We'll talk some Turkish football, like I showed you. You know what I mean? No one knew, bros. Not even Fenerbahce fans who live in Turkey, whether they're from Izmir or wherever they're from. Do you know what I mean? Nobody, not even Fenerbahce fans, bro, knew who Arda Güler was. I was begging God, please let Arteta sign him. Love him or hate him, Wenger has a great eye for talent. Bros, again, it's only love now. You know what I mean? Just sent you the list. Yeah, bros, I've got the same list. I've got 23 man, bros. Martinelli price for value. Most definitely, but that wasn't signed by Arteta, bro. That was not signed by Arteta. Believe me, I'm never wrong, bro. He was signed by Wenger and Caggio, this scout, our chief scout when Wenger was there, and then Arteta sacked him. Do you know what I mean? So he was the guy that signed Martinelli. Francis Caggio and Arsene Wenger signed Martinelli, bro. So that £6 million signing, you get a lot of money. Very good point. And many people, brother, make that mistake. Arteta did not sign him. You know? Like, a lot of people think Emil Smith-Rowe got his debut from Arteta. It was Freddie Ljungberg, I'm pretty sure, but we've done that before on the stream. Hi, Danny. Hi, everyone. I hope you're all well. Don't know why my laptop never sent me a notification that you was live. I actually lost a couple of subscribers last night. Sometimes they can be temperamental and it just unsubscribes itself. So maybe you're not subscribed. Perhaps. Wenger so poorly treated by the club towards the end. Absolute genius. Exactly. The problem is, brother, do you know how you look at Wenger's time or how I look, RB? 22 years, yeah? The first 11, unbelievable. The second 11, brother, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. And I've got many, many reasons to back it up. Can you give a shout out to my grandson, Justin, who moved out today and has moved into his student residency in Oxford? Shouts out to you, the grandson of Joe, Mr. Justin, becoming an independent man. And I know Justin done really well in his A-levels recently. Guys, do get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. So, RB, I'm going to ask you a question. Wenger spent 687 million. Very successful. Champions League, 20 years. Arteta gets there one time. One time, bro, he gets there. I'm not sure if we're going to get Champions League football this season, bro. I think with all of the extra games, if we get bad luck, injury, look what we were talking about the other day, Saka. Yeah? He's breaking Paul Merson's record, bro. He's played 90 league games in a row. Like, touch wood, you know? Bro, one day he's going to get an injury. Who replaces him? Trossard. It's not so good, bro, you know? Nelson. But anyway, RB, out of all of this, Arteta has signed 22 players, guys. I want all of you now. I want, I don't want to say your name wrong. Bazkick, Grivo, Jean Arby, Joe, everyone, Daniel He. Who is the players, number one, that we can get profit from if we sold them in the next window? How many of the 22 signings are world class? And how many of the signings is basically hit or miss? So I want you to say this one is good, this one is bad. So I'm going to read you the list of the 23 players that Arteta has signed for cash. I'm not going to mention Willian alone. I'm not mentioning Cedric Suarez. He was for free. So here's the list. Nuno Tavares, 7 million. Well, he's went to Nottingham Forest on loan. The first thing that upsets me here, Nottingham Forest got 50 million from Tottenham in the last few days, and they spent money with everyone. They signed between 5 and 10 players in the last 2 days of the transfer window. Everyone they signed was for cash. Cash money. Arsenal, they take their left back, we get 0. It's a loan. Lokonga, we get loan. Kieran Tierney, loan. We've got one left back at the club, guys. If Zinchenko gets injured, we're going to put a Polish centre back there, Jacob, yeah, who I don't like. Or we're going to put the Japanese superstar, Tomiyasu, a right back at left back. Yes, exactly, brother. But, bro, even if you admit the signing isn't too good, we've got one left back, bro. And Zinchenko got injured 2 times last year. Now we've got extra games. 6 games in the Champions League. If we qualify from Champions League, more games. He let 2 left backs go. If you get maybe 30 million for Tierney, 10 million Tavares, 40 million together, it's okay you sell them. Fuck them. But we got this much for Tierney. We got this much for Tavares. RB is not good enough. But very quickly, I'm going to go into the list. Did I miss any comments here, guys? Can you give a shout? I love Wenger. Always will. Legend in my eyes. No one will come close. Definitely. Now that I'm thinking about it, Arteta, only real star players were from the past managers. Of course, Saka. It's through the youth, bro. Through the youth, bro. Like, let me read you this list. Tell me one player who is world class, or we can get the money back. Yeah? Can we get the 7 million back for Tavares? No. Trusty, we signed him for 1.5 million. We sold him from the same, Sheffield United. Renardsson, he's on loan again. We signed him for 1.5 million. Raya, we're not going to count. It's 3 million loan. Marquinhos, 3 million. Okay, maybe him, we can get the 3 million back. I'll put a tick next to his name. Matt Turner, we signed him for 8 million. We got 7 million back. Jorginho, we signed him for 12 million. He'll leave at the end of the season because it's the last year of his contract. The next player, Lokonga, 17.5 million. To sign Lokonga for 17.5, he gave Marseille Matteo Guendouzi for £5 million. £5 million. Guendouzi's the better player. Arteta just didn't like him. Arteta didn't like listen, if Arteta doesn't like you, look, he gave Aubameyang the captain armband. He gave him 375,000 a week. Then he sold him for nothing to Barcelona. 6 months later, 5 months later, Barcelona sent him back to the Premier League, to Chelsea. They get £12 million. Even people we give away for free, other clubs can take them, like Aubameyang, and then make money 5 months later. This is what I'm very, very scared of with Arsenal. It's not just we don't win a league title. It's not just we're not winning nothing under Arteta. And we've just got into the Champions League for the first time. And I fear we're going to get the shit kicked out of us. But let's read the list again. Tavares, Austin Trusty, Renardsson, Raya, Marquinhos, Turner, Mari, 8 million. We sold him for 4.5. Jorginho, 12 million. We'll get nothing. Lokonga, 17.5. We've got nothing so far. Tomiyasu, not a bad player. I don't know if we'll get our £20 million back. Trossard, £28 million. He's 30 years old. You know, if we keep him for another year or so, he's going to be 31, 32. We're not getting £28 million back. Gabriel Magalhaes, I've put a tick next to his name. We spent 27 million. I believe we can get a profit on this guy. Yeah? And I believe he went to go and get a profit on this guy. Hence why we tried to sell him. Do you know what I mean? Girl, you know, every night, 10 o'clock, YouTube, babes. I'm on YouTube, yeah? YouTube. All right. I will do. But I'm still live. All right, we'll do. Where was I? Jacob, £22 million. Unbelievable. I believe we won't get our money back. Anyway, so I was at Gabriel, 27 million. I believe we'll get our money back. Here's a 50-50. Ramsdale. If Arteta pisses him off this season and drops him, like the rumours are going around that he's going to be dropped for the next league game, do you think we can get £28 million back for Ramsdale? Maybe. I'm going to put a question mark. Maybe we can get 28 for Ramsdale, but I'm not very sure. Zinchenko, 35 million. I don't think we'll get the 35 million back. If we're lucky, maybe. Vieira, 35 million. At this moment, guys, we're going to get zero alone. But I believe we should play Vieira now. Give him a chance. Give him some minutes, or we're never going to know. Odegaard, 35 million. Tick. That's one player. We can get our money back or a profit. So very well done, Arteta. That's 2 players out of 22 so far. Timber, 40 million. I don't want to say yes or no. Number one, he's a fullback, but he's young. 40 million is quite a lot for a fullback. And he's injured, so I don't know. Thomas Partey, 45 mil. We're never going to get that back. We've tried to sell him this summer. Unless it was a club from Saudi Arabia. No chance. Gabriel Jesus, 45 million. I don't even believe we're going to get our 45 back for Jesus. No one else wanted him for 45 million. No Real Madrid, no PSG. He scored 10 goals at Arsenal. Maybe one this season. Haaland scores more than 11 goals in 5 games. Anyway, Ben White, 50 million. If we sell him, we get 10 million, the most. He can't even get into the England team. And England is shit. Havertz, oh God, 65 million. I'm going to tell you now, guys, he's the next Nicolas Pepe. He won't even be able to finish his 5-year contract. After 3 or 4 years, we'll release him for free. And Declan Rice, 105 mil. I don't want to be unfair to him, but we're never going to get the money back. But I still believe he's worth it. Because in 5-6 years, when we go to sell him, he's not going to be worth £100 million. Right. Exactly, bro. I love this one. Exactly. Even the players that Wenger brought in, and it wasn't so successful, and I can't remember many. Shamak the striker, but he got for free. Sylvain Wiltord, he spent 13 million. I didn't like him, but he did score a goal that won us the league at Old Trafford. I have to go. I have school tomorrow. I will watch on the train. Bro, good stream. Hope it goes well. Thank you so much. I'll be respect to you. I hope you did get. I hope you did subscribe. Let's go and look. No. Well, that's just because I blocked Linda. Maybe I unsubscribed her. Right, Gabriel, and that's it. Thomas Partey only world class. But bros, we can't get our 45 mil back for him. We actively tried to sell him. I've been basically told, do you know what I mean? Believe it or not, Danny was right. He brought Havertz in as the central midfielder. He plays him there now. And obviously I know Partey's injured, but even if Partey wasn't injured, he would still be sitting on the bench or at right back. Happens in the Prem. Arteta will never leave. Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. Like Robin Van Persie said, yeah? Arsenal is too big to learn on the job, you know? You may as well have David Moyes. At least he's got fucking experience. At least he's won a European trophy with West Ham. I see nothing of Arteta. Nothing at all. Like, look at Vieira. Went to the Nices, went to America, New York Red Bulls or whatever to learn his trade. Went back to France, Strasbourg or whatever. Went to Palace. If you go to a team like Arsenal, bro, you know what I mean? The chances are you might have a half a decent run. But at the end of the day, let's look at the money. Wenger in 22 years, look at all the trophies he won. 20 years in a row he got Champions League football. Arteta ain't going to get Champions League football 20 years in a row. I wish I could fast forward to the end of the season to see even if he can get Champions League this year. Because if we get a couple of injuries, imagine Jesus gets injured again. And we've only got Nketiah, one striker at the club, Champions League and a league title run. No chance. No chance. Just for playing Havertz in central midfield. I don't need a pundit or someone famous to tell me that's never going to work. Guys, you see I'm not going to call it an argument, but me and Kevin Campbell, legend, Arsenal Football Club, super Kevin Campbell, had a bit of a disagreement. I goes, Kev, I can't believe it. I'm deflated. If Havertz plays against Man United, we'll lose. He was like, no, man, you should back him. And I goes, bro, he's not a central midfielder. Kevin Campbell tried to say he's not playing central midfield. I started thinking, Kevin Campbell, are you buying weed from yours truly? Our transfer business has been a shambles. The fans, the fees we've paid and the players we've sold, Pepe 2 million, really. Did we even get 2 million, bro? We've probably just put it out there. We got 2 million. God knows. Now, bro, who else does that? Now, on the Wenger, is a good point you make. Even if Wenger wasn't best friends with the player, or there was allegedly a bit of a fallout, or it was Kleb or Fabregas and they want to leave the club, like, no one got banished and they weren't allowed to train in the club. Pepe hasn't been seen at Arsenal all summer. Fucking ridiculous. He was our record signing. Have sent you in the WhatsApp what players I think have been good and haven't. Well, that won't be too long because I don't think many. You know what I mean? So that's going to be very quick. 29 players. I make it 23. I'm not counting all the loans. Did I miss anyone? Let me check your list. Ceballos loan, mate, 15 million that loan cost. But I'm not going to count the loans. Trossard, you've put a tick next to. Timber, it's too early to put a tick next to. Gabriel Jesus has scored 10, 11 goals for Arsenal. Now, I don't want to be blunt or rude, but this is why he ain't at a world-class team like Man City. Let me open a lot of you Arsenal fans to a few things. Do you think Man City or Chelsea intend to sell Arsenal good players? Look what Chelsea have done to us in the last few years. William Gallas, Willian the Brazilian, the goalkeeper Czech was past his best. David Luiz was always a joke. You know what I mean? Jorginho. And then Havertz. Like fucking wow. Big Ange, look at what he's doing there. And the players he signed. I hate Tottenham, But like big Ange. Well, I'm liking that he hasn't really made many marquee signings. Brennan Johnson, I don't think is going to come in immediately. He never plays. But again, it's weird, that one. He must be a really likeable guy because, boy, for the 7 million we paid for him, that was on the Wenger, he's still there. Good evening, mate. Danny! What's going on, gorgeous? Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. You as well. Cute Mini, you've got to subscribe. No one's subscribing. Someone else just come in, my Turkish friend from the shop. He didn't subscribe either. And I just lost one, obviously, because I deleted someone by accident. I didn't mean to delete them. I meant to just get them the fuck out of the stream. Right, guys, Louisa, you got, or maybe you've already done it previously. Guys, please get the likes on the video. I'm cross. I'm fucking angry, bros. Like, cross doesn't cover it, mate. Seriously. But if I'm proved right, I don't know. As I said, the next 8 games are interesting. After 8 games, I'll be able to predict how Arsenal's season is going to go. In 8 games' time, we'll have played 2 in the Champions League. For example, if we've won the first 2, like we should, it's Lons away. No, PSV away. No, PSV at home and Lons away. That should be 6 points. If we fuck up any of them 2 games, maybe we're not qualifying. And of course, we've got Tottenham coming up. We've got Chelsea coming up. We've got Man City coming up. So again, we're going to know in the next 8 games, whether it's 8 weeks or what, we're going to know how much of a successful season we're going to have. Do you know what I mean? And I am very, very worried. Relax, Smokey's in the house. Well, go on. Who did you boot out of the stream? Linda, the fucking idiot. She come in talking bollocks. So that's it. Do you know what I mean? And if you let a person like Linda talk bollocks even just once, like it's almost like giving it a license to. It's like a get out of jail card. She won't stop. DJ Smokey, I am literally. I'm shocked. I'm looking at their 23 players that Arteta has bought for cash. He spent 600 million, guys. Wenger in 22 years, winning numerous trophies, doubles. You know what I mean? Things that this bastard will never do. He'll never win doubles. Let's see if he gets out of the Champions League. You know what I mean? That's the first test for him this season. Juggling Champions League on a Wednesday and then getting the players ready for Saturday. Of course. No way. I've seen enough of him at Juventus to just not like him. I seriously don't like that guy. I seriously don't like him. And yeah, for Juventus, seriously, they've been actively trying to sell him. They would have even gave him to Chelsea in a swap for Lukaku. Yes, we just said that. Don't come and talk bollocks, innit? It's all inflation, sure, brother. Everything is expensive now. That's why I don't buy condoms anymore. I hear that, bros, but when you spend 65 million on a player, bros, I can show you a lot of teams that spent 65 million more wisely than Arsenal did on Havertz. Liverpool, Dominic Szoboszlai, whatever you want to call him. 5 million cheaper, much better signing. Do you know what I mean? We should have got a proper midfielder. The kid from Southampton, you know what I mean? Should have got him. He went Chelsea. He's not going to play there. They've got Caicedo, they've got Enzo Fernandez and fuck loads of other midfielders. Why we got him? I would never have wanted him at the club anyway. Because he's shit. But as a central midfielder, dropping Thomas Partey, play him in at right back, trying to sell Thomas Partey to play Havertz, he's lost it. And I don't see anything which tells me I'm not. Basically, you should see, when you go onto your YouTube, it should say subscribed. You know, got to kick people, bless. So, bro, what's your final thought? Give me a final thought. I know, mate, £40 million. And remember, that's with English tax. Remember, allegedly, players from England and are English, especially if they're an English team, cost more English tax. Well, mate, who knows? If it come in, I certainly would. Like I say to Liverpool fans, Salah is 31. If you get 200 mil, sell him. The last time they sold a marquee player, Coutinho, they got 137 million for Barcelona. Do you know what they done with that 137? They went and bought Van Dijk and a good goalkeeper, Alisson. Yeah? They won the league title. They won the Champions League. 2 trophies at Arsenal haven't got the capabilities to win. We can't win them. Arteta is the manager. I'm absolutely subscribed. Thank you so much, guys. Do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Yeah, over an hour in. As I'm saying, the hour has flown because I'm having so much fun. Like literally, I'm shocked at everything Arsenal have done. Out of the 22 players that he has signed, forget all the loans, all the terrible loans. Ceballos, season-long loan, 15 mil. He's spent the same amount of money as Wenger, and I know things are going up, but still, mate, Wenger done it in 22 years and won loads of trophies. Wenger could buy Thierry Henry for 10.5 mil, get 10-year service out of him. He's the club's top scorer, a legend, statue outside. We still sold him for 16.5 mil, bros. Profit after 10-year service. This geezer can't get a fucking profit for a 21, 22, 23-year-old fucking Tavares. He gets 0 alone. Could also have made a job for you. Look, we got him for peanuts. Exactly. And I did say about the Southampton fire sale because that was way too cheap for Prowse. That's why I would have went for even that Walker Peters or something. Because he could have been got for like 10, 15 mil. They all had relegation release clauses. And that's a brilliant signing, Ward-Prowse. Do you know what I mean? He ain't like world class and he'll never be world class. But again, he's one of them guys, like a Noble. You finally replaced Noble. A guy that will just put his head down and always do his best for the club. So I like a player like that. Scotland, Cyprus. That it, mate. Watching international football is like watching paint dry. If I know it's a right little banging game though, something like, I don't know. If I see a fixture that catches my eye, do you know what I mean? We'll watch it. Should we cover Germany, whoever they're playing? See if Kia Havertz can play well for Germany, as it ain't a fucking Arsenal. Because that guy there, I don't get it. Admit you're wrong, bros. Arteta, you got to admit you're wrong. For the love of Arsenal Football Club. Ooh. I've basically just been offered a job. Oh, God. She just mugged me off. Oh, my God. Right, where we at? Ward-Prowse isn't world class, but you know what you get from him. Yeah, like a Noble. You get a guy that will give 100%, and he's one of them guys. He never gets like a 5 out of 10 rating. He'll never get under a 7. Scotland, England. I'll cover that most definitely. Yep, I'll cover that. Get me a job. Bros, you wouldn't want to work with me as a chef in a kitchen, bros. Ask WB. I've made people cry in kitchens, bros, man. I made a waitress cry one time. Seriously, well, I've done it quite a lot of times, you know what I mean? She asked me for the food 1 or 2 many times. I was like, listen, you fucking no good looking cunt. When the food's fucking ready, I'll give it to you. And then I'll open the chicken with a tongue and my knife. You see it? You see that pink there? Fuck you. So yeah, mate, I don't play around. Why is Ladbroke sending me a notification? You've not entered yet. You know what? I better go get my money back out of their thing. A job, what'd you do? Because that girl has just said to me, basically, yeah, it needs a little commie chef. She wants me to be her number 2, as far as I know. It will probably need a little commie chef, but a commie chef, with all respect, is a bit of a bitch. You know what I mean? You're peeling. If we run out of whatever in the kitchen, that's your job. You run to wherever, the supermarket. And a KP, the person that does the dishes. But if she wants to cut corners, I did already suggest you get a KP who is a commie and vice versa. There is no such thing as a McDonald's chef. What they do is now, because I know someone in there, bro, their machines must be worth millions. Yeah? So what they do is now they've got all these like little boxes. Have you never been in a McDonald's and they take out the box and open it and put it on your bum? See, a lot of the beef burgers and quarter pounders and all the shit you guys eat, it's just there because that's the things that sell regular. When you're like me and you want either a veggie dipper or a veggie deluxe burger, you see them taking it out of this little green situation. Basically, McDonald's doesn't trust no one. Do you know what I mean? If you pay fucking peanuts, you get fucking monkeys, as they say. So all of the people that are, none of them are chef. They're not cooks either. They're just food. What's the food helpers, mate? They just They start. They you know what I mean. But then again, people do call them burger designers. When I went past a burger shop recently, it was like burger designer acquired. I just had to take the piss. I was like, burger designer. I goes, is that someone that just dresses it? The salad, the ketchup. They're like, yeah, we. Precisely. I just walked out the shop and laughed. A burger designer. But yeah, bro, that's because the manager, everything falls down to them. I'm going to be honest with you. I had a situation, and WB, even though he ain't in the stream, was with me and EC. I asked for a veggie burger, no mayonnaise, even though I'm not allergic. I always say I'm allergic to it to make them try and concentrate and to take it out because I find mayonnaise foul. Anyway, I've took a skitsy and the person was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to refer you to the manager. The manager's come out and I was like, manager, everyone is shit here. Are you doing this yourself? Yeah? She was like, yes, when a complaint comes in, that's what I'm here for. So basically, I believe that they probably get 25, 30K a year because everything in that restaurant falls down to them. Hygiene-wise, bins not being tied up properly, blah, blah, blah. But everyone else is on peanuts because they're all just dickheads. You know what I mean? There's nothing cooked. The thing that's cooked most is the fucking chips when you drop them into the fucking oil. Bro, listen, I've took the piss in Angus. I shouldn't even mention it. In Angus Steakhouse here in Leicester Square, in the dry store where you used to go get the dry stuff, obviously tin stuff, you know what I mean? Packet food, whatever. Their tins of soup that they sold for $7.50. Heinz, you know, tomato or minestrone, $7.50 they sold it. A can. A guy like me makes soup. You should have seen the soup I made yesterday. But anyway, mate, I didn't even have to leave the building. Do you know one of them? I don't want to say for the word. People that grow vegetables, they have the fans that extract and suck out the bad air and blow in the good. So basically, we had one of them in near the dry store. Bro, I used to smoke weed out of it. Bro, the day they basically caught me, so even though they couldn't prove it, I was like, nah, bros, come to the office. Like, yeah, you're going to be suspended. You smoked weed. All the customers could smell it. It was going straight through to the restaurant upstairs. I was like, oh, shit. See, I've done it a couple of times. Just 2 puff would go back to my station on the grill and flip the steaks again. Do you know what I mean? Nope, I don't want to watch any. I'd rather none of our players played international football and come back injured. You're taking the piss. So yeah, bros, smoking is very essential for me. And yeah, I always have to take a longer smoking break because I don't smoke cigarettes. To be honest with you, I don't smoke cigarettes at all, not even when I'm at work. So if I'm in a situation where I can't have a zoot, then I'm not going to smoke at all. Forget England, Ukraine. That would be what, like watching paint dry. Oh dear. Yeah, mate. It's just all prepared, mate. The most they're doing is designing a burger. They put them in these little boxes and it cooks itself. But I can cook chili con carne and lamb shank and both raw potatoes and red wine sauce. Also, I can cook curry. Well, to be honest with you, Buzz, I've never worked in a restaurant where we serve curry. I've worked in a restaurant that did sell dauphinoise. Lamb shank, that was from Angus Steakhouse. Mate, that didn't even hit the fridge. It's got so many chemicals in it, it sat in the dry store. And chili con carne. Chili con carne, mate, is literally 3-4 ingredients. But then again, still most human beings can't make it. I make an unbelievable one. My veggie one is so good, bros. I've even tricked meat eaters. And that's a good look, bros. That's a good look. But in most restaurants these days, you're not trusted to cook, you know what I mean? Why did Jamie Oliver's, the big one in Angel that he spent over £1 million on, why did it go bust? Bringing in packets of tomato sauce, you know what I mean? It doesn't look good when people see you bringing in packets and then putting it in a microwave and heating. Jalfrezi. See, again, I bet there isn't even a dish in India, but I've never been. But I bet if I was to go to India tomorrow, or Mumbai, I bet there's no jalfrezi. But yeah. And bro, you can't cook from a jar. Not trying to take the piss. I'd love to take shortcuts. But bro, I've known of a burger shop that killed someone, and it was on his 18th birthday, and the chef went jail for manslaughter because he done something like that, slipped in a jar of jalfrezi because he ran out of something. What you don't know is, bruvs, you see in that jalfrezi, there's so many hidden little herbs, spices, and ingredients that I don't even know if Patax, whatever the company's called, know themselves. So yeah, bruvs, you can't take them kind of risks in it. I'm off, need sleep. I've got to sort something. Have a lot of fun. No. What a dickhead of a thing. If that was aimed at me, I could send one text message. Actually, I wouldn't actually. Held for evidence. I could send one couple of words that would soon slow that down. That's my go. Enjoy. Ingredients have to be in fresh and local. Not really, Buzz, because I've worked in English restaurants that will buy. Alright, here we go. Honest Burger, London Bridge. We were waiting for onions one day. We didn't have onions to make our signature onion rings, yeah? Because we used the right big, great big ones, yeah? So they're big onion rings like that. Them big Spanish fuckers. So when they did the delivery of the Spanish onions one time, I did actually ask the head chef, and you know what I mean? The front of house, FOH, front of house. And I was like, why'd you buy your onions from Spain? That Spitalfield market's over there. You got this there. I'm like, listen, bros, to buy it from Spain per whatever kilos, even with the delivery charge, it's still cheaper than going Spitalfields. So, mate, I don't know. I'm not rich enough to own a business, but I suppose I'd love to do everything local and fresh. But I tell you what, if buying it from Romania is 100 quid cheaper per order than buying it from fucking Spitalfields market, you know what? Fuck Spitalfields. It's business out here. I will just cut the veg or something then and just help out and do dishes. No, what it is, Buzz. If you're trusting, Buzz, I'll just ask you. Do you know what I'll do? Do you know how I got one job, Buzz? I've walked into a restaurant, South Bank, Thames River, yeah? Next door to Channel 4 is the whole BFI cinema thing. Oh, big, is it BFI? Yeah. The Channel 4 BFI bullshit. Filmmakers and all that. So famous people going there. I used to chat to Guak Kwan, not that that's anything to shout home about. But yeah, I don't know. Anyone that worked at Channel 4 used to come in. But let me get to this point. To get that job, I walked in and the guy goes, listen, mate, I'm going to give you a 20-minute test. He went, I'm going to give you like 7, 8, 9 ingredients and I want you to do something with it. I was like, shit. Okay, cool. But this cunt's come with a potato, a sweet potato, onion, a carrot, garlic, I don't know, a few other bits. Do you know what I mean? He had a piece of chicken there, which I didn't use, which he was very surprised at, but I still got the job. So this just tell the story. Basically, man, I found the only thing that he didn't give me was like, you know, them stock cubes, vegetable stock. So I basically got some water, salt, pepper, a couple herbs, mixed herbs, 5 spice, all of this. Chop my potato, chop the carrot. I've made the kind of soup. He goes, that was a bit boring, a soup. He goes, I was like, did you see the ingredients you gave me? It's either because, and it was a, where was he from? He was French. I goes, obviously, maybe it's because you're French. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm English, clearly. Maybe you don't want English people to work here. I said it to him straight. You gave me some of the worst ingredients, the 7 ingredients I've seen in my life. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, mate. And the only restaurants in London that let chefs cook a little bit, that they, if they trust them to do the what mussels and wine, bro, it is such done. It's called a Bible, like the Ivy, Chelsea Gardens. Yes, I've worked at the Ivy, bros. I've served William. I haven't served him, but I've cooked for William Gallas, his wife. What's that famous American bird? She's old. She done an advert for them. Every time I feel hungry, I might just get on an aeroplane and go to the Ivy. She's American, like all of the bullshit. But yeah, you have to just follow the things, bro. So as long as you can read and you can follow measurements on the scales and whatever, it actually isn't rocket science because they don't want people to make mistakes. They can't have inconsistencies. The high quality restaurant you work at, you know what I mean? It just looks good. Like them, sorry to say, because I'm white, but them rich white English people that are up themselves, people that live in like, I don't know, them pretentious areas, and Yeah, their house pretty much like Highbury actually, and their houses are worth millions, and they want to stop cars because of the pollution for their children driving down the road. So they start putting up these stop things and cameras, and they charge me £100 every time I go through it. They're the people that like to think it's local, locally sourced. Who gives a fuck? Interesting question. Who gives a fuck where it's from, bruv? John Arby, if me and you opened a stall, a burger van, or whatever, or a little shop, or a hole in the wall in Angel Market tomorrow, yeah, and we're selling food, bro. Bro, I don't care where we get our onions. I don't care if we have to go not Spain literally, but you know what I mean? We have to order them from Spain. You know what I mean? If it's cheaper, it's cheaper. Bro, it's business. Look at all the Turkish shops in London, and respect for all the Turkish people. I'm not slurring you or your shops. But they're the worst. I'll tell you a quick story. Hackney Council, I'm not going to say where the off license was, but I've said Hackney. I basically come in and they goes, hello, bruvs, where's your mineral water? And he went, oh, like over there. He's picked up two, showed him his Hackney Council badge and said, listen, I'm taking these 2 bottles of Evian and whatever spring, and I'm taking it for basically down to the laboratory, blah, 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 to see if it's genuine Evian or whatever. He goes, we've had certain complaints. Anyway, that wasn't the main part of the story. That shocked me. The Hackney Council actually done it. So there must have been a lot of complaints by these rich white people about bottles of Evian tasting like piss water. But anyways, why do you think you go into any shop in London now, unless it's a supermarket, a big chain, and Coca-Cola and everything's written in foreign? Bro, it's cheaper to buy in shit amounts of bulk. You know what I mean? In bulk amount, it's cheaper to get Coca-Cola from Poland, Romania, Italy, anywhere else. But if you buy it from the Coca-Cola factory in Enfield, you're paying fuckery prices. Tell me why it makes sense. I don't know. Lean potato soup. That's very good. That's a start. Soups are hard. Again, not hard, but I mean, you know what I mean? I've tasted people that's made soup and it just tastes of water. I was like, what's that dishwater like? It's an early night for me, wife Barbara. Have to go to dialysis centre tomorrow. See you all tomorrow. Guys, it's time for me to go as well. Hour and 22 minutes on the video. Guys, please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we are new. Did we nick any new subscribers today? Oh, I'm going to have to refresh it. I have to give it half a chance, don't I? Shouts out to DJ Smokey back in the building. Nope, I haven't. Never mind. No, it isn't. Who is that old American bird? Like, she is proper famous, man. She's been in all sorts. I can't remember. Old American bird. Was she a country western singer? Or was she in something like Dallas? I can't remember. Bro, us Turkish people are bandits. Yeah, but seriously, cigarettes under the counter, blah, blah, blah. It's all business, bro, isn't it? It's all business, bro. But the mineral water took the piss, innit? When Hackney Council walked in and took a bottle of Evian and a bottle of Highland Spring out of my brethren's uncle's Turkish shop, that's when I knew, bruvs, you can't go to a Turkish shop no more. Not for Rizla, not for water. Because they fucking put fakes out there of everything. Yeah, nice one. Guys, if anyone has any jobs, go and let me know. Where are you based, bruv? There's always jobs. Bruv, I get offered jobs daily, especially chef ones. I just turn most of them down because I'm up myself. Number one, I don't want to work on a line, like, you know, a line chef like Honest Burger, Angus. I just want to be independent, bruvs. I'm too good to be getting paid hourly. I want to just do my own events. Or like I was saying to John Arby, like a burger van or something like that, and smash it. Because if you eat food from me once, you're coming back, mate. And my personality is nuts. I can get girls, I can get geezers to come up to me. You know what I mean? I can get anyone to buy food off me. Like, look at my nails. I'm so clean as well. I look good. My chef whites, clean self. You know what I mean? Selling food as you do. Try Just Eat. They're always looking for. Who's Just Eat? Oh, them delivery fuckers, mate. It's hard work, yeah, I suppose. But I mean, them fuckers can make money, man. But yeah, you just got to be out there. If you're willing to work, then again, I could make ridiculous amounts of money in any London restaurant if I work 12 hours a day, 5, 6 days a week. I just can't do it. When my 8 hours are up and they're like, oh, Danny, we beg you, do it for the team, be a team player. I'm like, nope. I've got commitments. I've got kids at home. I've got a wife. I've got fucking drugs to take. I don't care. I've been retired 3 years. Have you? Ah. That's why I have to get an independent business, mate, and be able to retire me off. Do you know what I mean? But guys, on that note, shouts out to all the real ones. Please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new, and I will catch you tomorrow in it. We're gonna have to carry on this stream in it and slew Arteta more. Guys, good night. Peace out.